rupa this space is foundation. And it's kind of experimentation. Still experimenting. I'm the second generation. The first generation is the one that I told you who established this space is more like where the Reformation idea is still in the air, so everything's alternative. Yeah, it's kind of keywords back then when the first generation established these spaces.
So Cameroon is actually a melting pot. It was a place for everybody in science and art doing collaboration and activities and everything else there. We combine many artists from international artists and local artists and making a performance.
And Cameroon is the leading hub of new media exploration before everything has been done in new ways, visual graphics or artists have been there like the pioneer of doing the new media. Adi is the founder and CEO of this studio, and with his brother.
Hello.
Hi. So this is co-brother company, right? It's really hard to define what kind of studio it is, because like everything cool and awesome is being done by them. But I cannot define whether it is architecture or visual graphic or motion graphic or whatever, or movies or so.
Our base is actually film, audiovisual, kind of like anything that relates with audiovisual. And today we use design thinking as an approach to innovate inside the audiovisual potencies. We work with also architects, and we try to relate what movies, film can be exploited into some new spaces, new area to explore.
Simple. This place we call Simple Space. Simple means hub. Hub.
Ah.
We work voluntarily, so
because you also have a main job career, right?
yeah.
So how much time you have to dedicate?
More than I want to.
I know.
We make like Wednesdays our community day, so like this afternoon I could join you, but earlier in the morning I have to teach, and at night we usually stay here until midnight or so, just to talk about, just to arrange things with people in the communities. Sometimes outside Wednesday we also have meetings, or sometimes we are invited to be speakers somewhere else. Like tomorrow I'm invited to be speaker as BCCF in a place. So yeah, more than I want.
Post 1998, it just like back to that. Post 1998, it's kind of everything is collapsing, right?
Yeah.
Everything was collapsed, and we try to rebuild what we are. And in that sense, we kind of realized that we cannot do it alone. Artists cannot do it alone. NGO activists cannot do it alone. Musicians cannot do it alone. Before this very exclusive circles, right?
Yes.
But post 1998, we realized that we have to coexist, and not also only coexist, but we have to work together to create the new Indonesia.
Together we can make a better place. Together we can make the people live properly.
In our own perspective, in our generation perspective, not that governmental perspective. So we try to interconnect to each other. We try to make starting from small discussions in very small rooms, and you're an architect and you're an economist, please sit with us. How do we make this event from very different perspectives?
So we come from different backgrounds. I'm a designer. Vicky is more into management, and he also owns the brand, clothing brand called Airframe System. Tande is an architect, and everybody has the same background. But anyway, we belong to a community or more, and we look for our similarities. What do we have in common?
So we try to. It's also hard for us who have the artistic perspective to talk with the economists. Of course, it's very hard, but we have to learn, right? That's why we create new hybrid programs that includes them.
So it turned out that everybody has their own communities, and at one point we have to expose ourselves to the public in the form of anything, festivals or performance, conferences, workshops, and so on.
And after that, we realized that wow, they are quite the same with us, right? We reach the same goal after a while. Oh, we reach the same goal. This is what we want together. Yeah, of course, in the middle, the dynamics is quite hard.
Yeah.
We try to punch each other, but that's the dynamic, right? That's part of the process.
And how many core members do you have?
Less than 15.
15.
Less than. I mean, but these 15 people like dividing to many kind of division. This division, they manage a biannual video festival. So it's already since 2003. Yeah, it's already sixth time in the biannual. And also there are support and promote division, giving spaces for young artists, curators, art critics. Like for example, now they are preparing for exhibition. Young artists who create art projects. It's about giving spaces.
Back then in 2006, maybe it's a little bit hard for the artists to make a performance and any activities, and so Common Room make that space.
The room has the widest range of link and networking of foundation around the world. So sometimes, like if the local artist wants to go to, for example, exhibition in France or Japan, like we can contact Common Room, or otherwise, like artists in France, if they want to visit Indonesia, for example, to have a residential activity in one of the university, for example, they can contact Common Room.
So we decided to have one umbrella for the whole activity, which we called Halal Fest. And the first Halal Fest was held in 2008. This was the posters and everything. And we had about 30 events in a month. And we had no financial capital yet or anything, so we had to finance our own festivals. But after the event happened, people see that this is a good event to invest. They start wanting to sponsor and to invest and so on. That's why BCCF start to become an official organization.
Sometimes we make a music festival, so the audience is changing. And sometimes we make a video festival and the audience is changing again. And we create the annual student forum, giving spaces for students and to open the dialogue between students. So we also sometimes we create market here and we invite many artists and just ordinary people. Everybody can come, not just artists.
But where you get the money from? I mean, is there any kind of income for the group?
Mixing. We have business unit. I mean, we did a lot of non-profit projects, but also we need to mix from support from government sometimes or from sponsor.
International funding is also important. But we realize that we cannot depend on international funding forever, right? So what Ruang Lupa did is trying to create the more commercial side of the organization to create their own sustainability, to subsidize the non-commercial works.
We have the money from those, so each community gain their own money. For example, one have a performance, one have an exhibition, one have a conference. They all get their own money sponsorship. But then everybody put their Hella Fest logo on it. We used to have the poster here. So yeah. Only after that people see, oh okay, they have a lot of audience, so it's nice to give investment, sponsorship, so.
But you have to ask for permission from the government to do that, or?
So we don't always ask permission, we just do it.
But it's legal to do that?
It's not legal.
It's not legal, so
not legal. Yeah. We don't have the paper saying that you are permitted to do this, no, we don't have that.
Okay. But you don't have any trouble after that?
No. Well, trouble, yeah, but nothing that we can afford. Like we were approached by some government, like, hey, you didn't have permission for this. We can take this apart, you know. Yeah, we know. They never did because they could see that people are using that place positively. Like the letter DAGO, did you see it on the way here?
Yeah.
On the way.
It's the skating park.
The skating park. The letter DAGO that wasn't there, but it's our doing there. And at first the government didn't believe that a letter can make an area better, because before the DAGO letter, that park was dark and there are lots of well, if you sweep it weekly, then you can find this needle and condoms and so on. So, and then we said to the government, like, just put an element where people would take photo, would make appointment and so on. They didn't agree. So we just made one with a huge, only with multiplex and with vinyl, printed vinyl. So we just put it there, the letters. Of course, come rain, come shine, the letter gets broken, and we just build it up again with our own money. And finally, the government slowly saw that it actually brought positive activities. So now they're really putting in money to build a real one, the metal that you see now.
Ribuan orang dikejutkan dengan runtuhnya gedung Museum Fathahillah di Jakarta Kota.
The video mapping that project onto the building is not for the commercial project. It is more to our concern, our aspiration to speak up to the government and the people to have an awareness on their better public space. That the public space is not a space that the commercial brand or the politic, the campaign, intervenes all the public space. So we speak up, we fight back, we try to give the people awareness, and that's like kind of a motivation to reclaim the public space.
We think that city problem or urban problems can be solved bottom up, without needing too much investment in money and structures and bureaucracy. So it's like a bottom-up approach, and it has to be fun.
Do you have support from the government?
Sometimes.
And I mean, do you have to do a lot of negotiating?
Sure, yeah,
A lot
everything.
of convincing? Okay.
Everything's need negotiation.
One of the interesting things about house like common room and Sivan Matahari or any creative environment hub here in Bandung is they always want to have a grasp of something to the government. So they always want to share this to government. Like their ideas could be used as a tool or campaign to help them to, of course, eventually give a better positive impact to the society of Bandung itself.
That's the important thing that we need to approach to the government. Have a very intensive discussion frequently, and then giving them understanding about the how the aesthetic of the design. If we applied it in a very right way, so we can then just gain positive impact from the people and the environment.
Yeah, one thing, we want to be always independent. So we don't want to rely or depending on the government too much. But yeah, realistically, we still do.